So HTC and Google, there was some rumors that Google was going to acquire HTC's mobile division, and HTC had put a halt on all their trading. And now we know the news is official about what Google and HTC are up to. So this is not what people were expecting quite. Google is not acquiring HTC's mobile division. So a lot of people are thinking that that's what happened, but that's actually not what's going on here. This is completely different. So what's going on is Google is acquiring basically 2,000 HTC employees, and these are mainly employees from the mobile division, people that have been working on the Pixel phones, because as you know, the original Pixels were made by HTC, and the small Pixel this year is going to be made by HTC. So these are people that have already been working on stuff with Google closely. And then Google is going to be giving a 1.1 billion cash infusion to HTC. HTC said they're going to use that for their own mobile phones, which they're not going to stop making. They're going to still be making phones on their own. And they're also going to be using that cash for some VR stuff. Then the deal also includes a non-exclusive license for HTC's intellectual property, which means Google can use stuff that HTC has created, such as the squeeze thing that we saw on the HTC U11, but HTC can also use that stuff for their own products. So that is the details. That's kind of the explained version of what's going on. What are your guys' thoughts on this now that everything has come out?
I still think it's big, but it's not as big as it could have been, like as big of a deal as it could have been. I mean, 2,000 employees getting acqui-hired by Google is huge, but I was fully expecting Google to buy the mobile division because of the struggles that HTC's had. But I guess maybe HTC just wanted too much for it. And so Google said, no, we'll buy what we want.
But why? Like, why even do it? Why even invest or give them $1 billion and do all that stuff when it was kind of what they were sort of doing already with the whole, like last year's Pixel. They were already making the stuff and they were already using, like, say, the squeezy technology stuff for the new Pixels, rumored.
But I think it just brings everything more in-house compared to what it was before.
Yeah.
Like,
so, I mean, in
actually,
a way, I guess it does show that Google is getting very, very serious about this hardware stuff. Because, I mean, the original Pixels, in a way, I mean, they just sort of felt like a lot of people couldn't really figure out what the difference was between the original Pixel and something like the Nexus program, where they would have someone make them phones and then they would slap their logo on it and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is just Google getting more focused on making their own hardware. Like, okay, we don't want you guys working on anything else. We want just working on like just Pixel stuff. Like, this is just our people now.
Yeah, because they are actually, I think, aren't they actually going to be part of Google now? Like, they're moving out to Google's campus or whatever. Whatever the case may be.
They are Google employees now.
Yeah, relocating. That's the word I was looking for.
So, I mean, it's kind of what was always sort of rumored with the Pixel stuff to begin with. I mean, there was always like Google was getting their, dipping their hands or feet into their hardware, and they wanted to take that very seriously and have their own sort of made by Google stuff. And then people were like, wait, but it's kind of made by HTC, so it's not really made by Google. So it's like, it's weird because it's what we always thought was going to happen with the original Pixel stuff. And then it was just sort of, the lines got all blurred and messed up, I guess. I don't know. But
I also saw that this opens the door for Google to focus on maybe making its own processors, its own chipsets in the near future, so that it can literally have everything in-house, which would be huge if they get rid of, if they stop using Qualcomm stuff.
Yeah, that would be massive. And then just being able to have that sort of, vertical, or I guess whatever they call it, integration stuff would be awesome for, Google making their own phones, and they can slowly start becoming that next Apple that we always wanted them to be, and just software, hardware, processor, all that stuff being done in-house.
Yeah, I think the moral of the story here is that just opens up opportunities for what Google can do hardware-wise. This 2,000 employees, you can do a lot with that, and HTC has some pretty smart people in terms of hardware. So that's pretty exciting news. Let us know what you guys think about this. And this has been the Fancast. We'll see y'all next time. Later.
Peace.